Alright, sweet. Hey everyone, welcome to the Hoofwave podcast. We have an interview today with Tim from Everfree Northwest, their PR director. And
Hello.
he's got some very interesting things to talk about to us about his upcoming convention for 2015.
Hey, everybody. My name is Pony Tim, or you can just call me Tim. It's all good. Yes, I was very clever. I just stuck Pony to the front of the name.
That is more creative than some of the names I've seen.
Uh,
Noteworthy.
what can I say? Who was that again? Pony Joe. I mean, they threw him out there. I'm like, oh, hey, that's apparently okay, and that's a thing you can do. So,
Yeah.
that's what I did.
Sweet. Alright, so you are the PR director for Everfree Northwest, which is in Seattle.
That's correct. We are in Seattle, Washington. We are the premier MLP fan convention in the Pacific Northwest. We're actually also one of the longest running conventions, as well as one of the largest. I believe, I believe we are currently still the second largest, based on our 2014 numbers. Of course, BronyCon is the largest, but they're their own, they're their own thing. 2014 we had 2,500 attendees. I think BronyCon this year had like 9 or 10,000.
Jeez, I don't think we can even dream about that in Australia. I'm not sure how many PonyCon had last year, but I know SalvageCon had about 600 or so, because I was on the internal staff for that.
Yeah, I heard about SavageCon. At least they were able to salvage it.
Oh yeah, that was a feat for 9 days.
Well, I can imagine. No, so at least you got something out of it. It's too bad that it did kind of fall apart at the end there. That is unfortunate.
Yeah, 9 days before an event's supposed to take place is a bit of short notice.
Yeah, although at least, of course, the question is it worse to, start the event and have things fall apart, a la what, what was that, Las Pegasus, or for it to fall apart a little beforehand?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the situation, but I think 9 days before, and most people don't have the notice enough to cancel flights, and the vendors still have to bring their stuff down and find a place to put it.
Yeah, and
I guess that was sort of the stuff that made SalvageCon possible, was everything was still in place.
yeah, they just had to quickly figure something out. But yeah, I mean, well, I'm not sure if it's different in your neck of the woods, but I mean, there are very few, if any, airlines. I mean, no airline I've ever flown in the U.S. Lets you get a refund on your tickets.
Yeah, you usually have to pay a cancellation fee.
Right, which sometimes it's so ridiculous you may as well just take the flight.
Yeah.
Which, I
Which can
mean,
be
if I was
real
going to Australia, I mean, I'd just go anyway. At this, I'm actually
Still a lot of stuff to do here, even without the convention.
especially right now. It's the middle of winter. I've gone to 5 stores today looking for winter boots, and I can't find any anywhere. They're all sold out. So,
Jeez.
uh,
Well,
no,
it's like 30 degrees here.
yeah, I was degrees as in Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Oh,
Because
Celsius. Jeez,
yeah, so that's about
Fahrenheit
right.
really
That's
cold.
not bad. That's good.
Oh, not bad. It's really, really hot for me, at least in my room.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a silly American. We don't do whatever. We don't do the metric system like everyone else, except when it comes to science class.
True. This
Ah.
water boils at 100 degrees.
Metric makes so much sense. Why I don't know why we don't do it, but I guess we like being difficult.
Yeah. Alright, so before we rattle off on a tangent a bit longer, we should get into talking about Everfree Northwest.
Yeah, you are of course right. Yeah, don't want to tangent the train off the cliff. But yeah, so we're getting ready for 2015. This is going to be our 4th year. First year we had Everfree Northwest was in 2012. Fun fact, initially we were planning about 500 people, maybe. We sold out, so we upped it to 1,000, sold out again, upped it to 1,500 and sold out.
Jesus, that's a lot of people for a first-time event.
And it was very crazy. Actually, fun fact: the reason I got on as staff is I was like, you know what? I kind of want to go to this convention. Oh, all the tickets are sold out. The only way to get in is to volunteer.
That's good. At least didn't buy tickets beforehand and then end up as a volunteer. That happened to me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, nah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I got a weekend pass with the first PonyCon and then ended up being a photographer. And no one bought the pass, so it's still lying around somewhere. Yeah, anyway,
Yeah,
so
I
what
guess.
do you guys...
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. I don't mean to.
Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. So what do you guys think you have planned for 2015?
Well, for 2015, then, just let people know, it's May 29th through the 31st of 2015, which is not Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend is the weekend before. So, I think people like, oh yeah, May 29th through the 31st. Oh, Memorial Day weekend? No, because it Memorial Day weekend, we just missed doing Memorial Day weekend with the dates. But yeah, so cut that, cut this
Yeah,
dead air out. I just go like, wait, what I was gonna say next? Cut this out. This is the nice thing about doing a pre-recorded thing instead of doing a completely live show.
Yeah, true. You know, cut out the mistakes.
I got the mistakes, make myself sound brilliant.
Yeah, I'll fix that up. Don't worry.
But yeah, so May 29th through the 31st in 2015, we are at the Hilton Seattle Airport and Conference Center, again in Seattle, Washington. It's actually very handy. It's right by the airport, the SeaTac Airport. You can take a shuttle there and back. So, no, it's very, very convenient.
Yeah, that's really good. Right next to the airport, local space. Yeah, sounds really good.
Man,
So-
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you continue.
Yeah, no, it's a very beautiful area. No, it's a great convention hall. No, I mean, I've been very happy with it personally. No, so I think we've done very well with the location we have.
Awesome. So, do you guys have any guests or anything planned that you can announce yet, or?
Yeah, well, we already have 3 guests. We have some more announcements still in the works regarding guests. But yeah, the 3 guests we have currently, we have Tabitha St. Germain, so no, Princess of Rarity. We have Nicole Oliver, so no, the Princess, and we have Discord. John Delancey will be there.
Oh, very lucky.
Yeah, this is the first time we actually have Mr. Delancey joining us. So yeah, this is going to be his first Everfree Northwest, which I'm excited about. I actually knew about John beforehand through his work with Star Trek. Yeah,
And Breaking Bad.
Now, I actually have not watched Breaking Bad.
Oh.
It's like there are so many great TV shows out there that I'm like, I can't get into another thing. I have so much to do. I'm in school. I have convention work. I have personal projects. I need to get some animation done for my own investigations. There's so much to be done.
I tell you, that one starts slow, but it gets really good really quickly.
Oh no, I imagine so. Well, I mean, it would. I doubt it would have such a cultural impact as it seems to have if it wasn't good. I mean, even if there was a lot of people that liked it, but it wasn't good, and there would be plenty of people decrying it, and I don't hear anybody saying any bad things about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, so go ahead.
Guests. Yeah.
But yeah, so far, those are the only three. Like, oh no, we only have these three. I mean, these are fantastic guests. I mean, Nicole Oliver is always amazing. As is Tabitha St. Germain, and I am so excited about having John Delancey join us. I mean,
Yeah.
these three are fantastic people. I mean, they're fantastic actors, fantastic voice actors, and they are just fantastic people. I mean, you just have to spend, I mean, like yeah, spend a little time with Nicole or Tabitha. I mean, and they're just like, oh, such great people. I mean, a lot of, I mean, so many of the people involved with the show, and involved, just are great people. So yeah,
Yeah.
they'd be worth talking with and having up on panels even if they weren't involved with the show. I would think.
Yeah, all the actors I've met have been really nice. Peter New showed me what not American, Canadian money looked like.
Yeah, I went to Canada back in high school, and yeah, I loved the that what was it? It's like a dollar coin. They have like a $2 coin, or what is that? I'm trying to remember. I don't know. It just has a nice thunk sound when you drop it on a table.
That's a good way to think about it. Alright, so, besides your voice actors and special guests, is there anything else that you could talk to us about?
Well, we have. We're still like a bit of ways. And we were just getting into January, so there's still many months between here and Everfree Northwest. But we still have like a lot of announcements and such going through. For example, we actually just started up our own podcast, our official convention podcast, Everfree Northwest, the FNW Presents. We actually had the show just this last Thursday, and we're actually we're talking and we're on the same network. We're both on
Yeah.
Philadelphia radio. So to everyone listening to this, also be sure to tune in on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for Every Northwest Presents. Plug, plug, plug.
Oh,
Let's
lovely
see.
plugs.
We actually, speaking, going back a little bit, speaking of voice actors, we actually are currently running a casting call for voice actors. Although by the time that actually ends tonight, though, so by the time this goes out, I guess your audience won't be able to throw their hat in the rings and help us out. But we
that's a
have
shame.
some amazing, some amazing talent sending in applications. Yeah, sending in their takes. This will be
So-
part of a planned promotional animation. So keep an eye on our YouTube. Once that comes out, you can be sure we'll have that all over the place.
I was about to ask, does that mean if you're looking for voice actors, is there a possible animation coming up?
Yes, there is. Okay,
Sounds very interesting.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I
I can't
love
predict the
the
future.
convention
I mean,
as well.
something could always, like, go wrong. So I can't say 100% for sure that, oh yes, we will have animation, because, well, what happens if the Earth opens up and eats the computer the animation's on? You don't know.
That's true.
But no, I mean,
A rock could fall from space and
No,
just crush
we-
that one computer.
we have our script, we have our animator, we're getting our voice actors right now, so yeah, we should hopefully have that in the next few months. Now, we are also accepting donations for our charity auction. We actually have, since the beginning, have been doing a charity auction, which, pretty much most of these MLP fan cons that I see, I can't recall one that doesn't have a charity auction of some kind. And last year we raised $40,000 for Seattle
Jeez.
children. Well, to be fair, half of that was a quilt. We actually had a quilt that sold for $20,000. I was actually in the audience when it sold. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was sitting next to my friend Macarian. He was bidding on it. We actually have a video up of the charity auction. If you listen to it, The guy who said $12,000, that was him. They'd be like, $12,000? I would like to buy a car with that kind of money. But yeah, no, he's a fantastic guy. But yeah, I love that story. I mean, it raised a ton of money, but also the woman who like basically got the artist to make the squares for it. This was a collaboration of over 30 artists to make this quilt. She got up on stage to introduce it. Okay. But yeah, so which part did I get to? I know we talked about that. No, may I mean something could of course go wrong. I can't predict the future,
Just like
but
that.
we ha-
A little
but
hard to
no, we
craft.
have the animator. We have the script. We'll have the cast announced by on the 12th. Although I may have to give ourselves an extra day because we just have so many auditions. Uh, but yeah, so yes, definitely keep an eye out for this animation. It's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
Now we are also accepting donations right now for our 2015 charity auction.
Oh, that's what we're up to
Uh,
for the charity auction. That's right.
Yep. So you can actually donate up to 2 weeks before the con, and we will accept donations at the convention. Now we've actually so since the beginning, since 2012, our charity auction has gone to benefit Seattle Children's Hospital, and over the past 3 years, we've raised over $75,000. And in 2014, we raised 40,000. Now, of course, 20,000 of that came from a single item, this fantastic quilt. I love this story for a few reasons. One, I was in the audience and I was sitting with my friend McCarrion at the time, and he was bidding on it. There's actually a video of this charity auction on YouTube, and you can actually hear him. He was the one that bid 12,000 before the other person bid 20,000. So no, he really wanted that quilt. Yeah, it was like,
$20,000 for a quilt.
oh,
That's
it was
amazing.
it. It's going to charity. It was a very fantastic quilt signed by Lauren Faust.
Wow.
Yeah, it had it was over 30 artists worked on it. It was a fantastic piece. I mean, like one of a kind. One thing I really like about this, another thing I like about the story, is that the woman who set it up, that got all the artists together to create this quilt. No, I'm saying that she's not going to do this again. Well, after it sold for 20,000, she's like, okay, I'm going to have to do this again, and they are making another quilt.
That is amazing.
Oh yeah, no, it's simply fantastic. So yeah, if you go to everfreenw.com/charity, you'll be able to fill out a donation form. Yeah, so we hope to make this the best charity auction yet.
Sweet.
Uh,
So you got your charity auction. You got your voice actors. Could you talk to us about panels?
As far as panels go, we had a meeting a little before we actually our discussion. Actually, I pretty much just came from streaming into a meeting with a staff meeting where we did discuss panels and events a bit. It's nothing I can say on the podcast in public, but don't worry, we're working very hard to make the panels and events at the convention the best they can possibly be. I mean, you should see. I mean, I would be very surprised if we don't have our art room this year, or the tabletop room, or the electronic gaming room. We'll of course have the main stage, and we'll have panels with our guests. And we're on track to have a fantastic writing track again for this year. A friend of mine, Pico Pie, is in charge of the writing track again for 2015. He was in charge for the 2014 track. We had 16 panels just for writing. I'm not sure if we'll have 16 again this year, but you can be sure that we will continue being one of the, if not the best, places for writing and fan fiction uh, in the fandom as far as convention goes. Oh, actually, fun fact about Rang. Everfree Northwest is now the official film fiction site blogger for convention news. So, yeah, if anyone has any writing news for their convention, we can actually now get that up for them on film fiction.
That's great. That's great news.
But yeah, we still have our event applications open. Let me go ahead and let's see.
Part of my
There we go.
background
So
noise.
yeah, everfreenw.com/events is what it should be. I'm just gonna double check, make sure that. Yep, everfreenw.com/events, and you can fill out the form and submit your panel ideas. One panel that I really hope we get this year is a friend of mine has talked about. He's done this twice at other conventions. Usually is a hit. A headcanon panel.
Headcanon panel.
People love their headcanons.
Yes.
I have a one I love myself that I want to share with the Brony world.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here. Okay. Yeah. So, just an example of like some of the stuff we may be able to get for a panel like that, headcanon wise.
Yeah.
My idea is that the crystal ponies.
Yep.
Well, I mean, they disappeared for 1,000 years. Who's to say that all of them were in the city? I mean, maybe some were on the outskirts.
Awesome.
But no. But yeah, I mean, they need that heart for some reason. So I'm thinking, well, they need the heart. They need that loving energy. Maybe the stragglers, the ones that got left behind, became the changelings. That's why the changelings need love. It's because there's one of their sources of energy and power, the crystal heart, disappeared on them.
Yeah. That sounds pretty reasonable. Or to see if
Yeah, so
someone can pick up on that and make a fan fiction out of it. Would be really cool.
but yeah, so just like that's why I would love to see a panel like that, because like just a bunch of people sharing ideas of, oh, this is what I think would be a lot of fun.
Do you think you'd have like
So
a writing contest panel?
oh yeah, we've had an iron author competition the last 2 years, so I fully expect there to be another one. In the end, I can only speculate, just because panel submissions are still open, and I believe we're still finagling where everything is gonna the layout. Actually, cut that last part out.
Yep.
That may be a little too behind baseball.
Yep.
But yeah, panel submissions are still open, so people can still submit panels and events. So we haven't made a call about which panels and events, publicly at least, that we'll have. I'm sure that there are some that are like, okay, definitely gonna do this, maybe do this, not gonna do this. But no, we're still open to receive these applications, these submissions.
So, will your panels be streamed or they'll be recorded?
We'll still have to work that out. I mean, 2 years ago we streamed. Last year, Ponyville Live recorded them for us. I have not been involved in any discussion about streaming, which I do doubt we would do. But I think there would be a possibility of us recording, like we did last year. Actually, it's becoming much more common for conventions not to stream. I remember at the beginning, like everyone was streaming. Now, but these days, yeah, it doesn't seem to be as much of a thing, which honestly makes a lot of sense. MLP fan cons, brony cons were an oddity for a while because pretty much nobody else streamed conventions.
Yeah.
I mean, some would have like recordings, or if you paid for the privilege, you could stream like BronyCon or something. BronyCon, BlizzCon. Sorry, both start with B and they have con in the name. But yeah, so BlizzCon, you pay $40, you get a stream, but you're paying for the privilege. A free stream is definitely it's a bit of an oddity.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, recording definite possibility. But yeah, I have not been involved in any discussion about that. Oh, when does this go out?
This will be out as soon as possible. So maybe tomorrow.
Okay, so there still might be some time for this. At the end of January 12th, so this coming Monday at 11:59 p.m. Pacific, U.S. Pacific time, our vendor applications are going to close. So they're currently open for half, full, 1.5, and 2 tables, which are 85, 125, 200, and 250 respectively. So, yeah, if you're a vendor and want to come join us in the marketplace, definitely send in your applications. If you're hearing this after the 12th, I'm sorry. Let's see. What else? What other cool things can we talk about? We still have patron and sponsor badges available.
Ooh. Perks and badges.
Yep.
Those are always fun. So,
Let's see.
what tiers do you have?
We just have the regular attendee badge. The patron badge is 100, and the sponsor is 350.
All right.
Which the sponsor is currently the highest we go. I know I've heard from a couple of people asking if we're going to do higher tier badges. I know other conventions like let's see, BabsCon and BronyCon definitely. They have some really spectacular badge tiers. Like thinking like BronyCon has one that's like $2,000, if I'm remembering right. Like it gets some expensive badge tiers. But yeah, so far, sponsor is the highest badge tier we have.
Awesome.
And it has some nice perks. Basically, I mean, all the benefits of a weekend pass, front of line privileges, autograph vouchers, things like that. And we'll have more perks to be announced for those badges as they become available.
Awesome. So you got that. Everything's coming together. So you guys are set for May.
That's right. May 29th through the 31st of 2015.
All right. And
Yeah, so no longer the 4th of July weekend, which, funny story, I was at BronyCon manning the Everfree Northwest booth with a friend, Jack OMT.
Yep.
And we were between these two furry conventions. Anthrocon was on one side, and I feel so bad, I can't remember the name of the other one. But, so, Anthrocon, the last 2 years, our convention was the same weekend as theirs. But this coming year, 2015, was no longer the case. Well, the funny thing is, it turns out, like, the FurryCon on the other side of us in the convention hall, yeah, they actually are not, their con is during our convention date. So it's like, okay, so we went from your date to your date.
wow. You have a lot of conventions over in the US. We have like 5. I think that's across the entire country too. There aren't that many here. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, like, yeah, we have like a bunch of Comic-Cons. I actually, when I lived in Phoenix, every year I would go to the Phoenix Comic-Con. It's like one of my favorite conventions ever, because it's still large. I still have like tens of thousands of people. I don't think they've broken into the hundreds of thousands yet, like San Diego Comic-Con. But it doesn't feel like so. I'm looking for a word and I'm not finding it. It doesn't feel so commercial. I'm not sure if that's the word I want to use, but I think it'll do for now. But no, so huge fan of the Phoenix Comic Con. Hope I can get out there again sometime. Probably not this year because it's the weekend before Everfree Northwest.
Ah, yeah. So, oh well, it'll be a busy time for you.
uh, Indeed. Especially since, I mean, I'm planning on going to summer school. That's a whole thing, but.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I'll say that's most of news. We have a lot more news coming down. Actually, by the time your listeners hear this, um, well, I guess I'm not sure when I'll be able to announce this. So it's not. We'll have some more applications opening up within the next week. So definitely keep an eye out for that. So when you hear this, we may have already made another announcement about some more applications. Now, speaking of applying, we are always looking for new volunteers to help us at the convention. everynw.com/volunteer.
Yep.
Yeah, volunteering gets you a few perks, gets you a free badge. No, it's just like the camaraderie you get from being a part of a team. Everfree Northwest was the first convention I personally volunteered with, and it was a blast. And well, now here I am now. It's like I go to conventions. I'm like, ooh, I should really be helping out and volunteering and doing stuff. I can't stop.
Yeah. That's like. So, we got your guests, your panels, your dates. All that's covered. I think we're almost ready to wrap up.
Yeah, that's about it. Again, there is so much more coming, and it's going to be a fantastic time. I mean, each year is simply an amazing time. Our goal is to bring a little piece of Equestria to Earth for 3 days, and I think we do a very good job of doing that.
Yeah. I'm not displeased. I'm not going to be able to attend. Oh well.
Aww.
Next year.
Hopefully, we'd love to have you.
Sweet. Alright, so this has been Tim, the PR director for Everfree Northwest, talking to us about Everfree Northwest 2015. And I am Noteworthy, and I think we're ready to sign off then.
Alright, hope to see you at Everfree Northwest, everybody.
Sweet. See you all
Bye.
soon. Bye. Alright, I've hit stop.
Alright, let me stop mine.